Alright, welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak. We're currently in Tharbad. It is the night of the first day. Reset Twinings has joined us. She is from a company that provided Van with his stun caliber as well as the hollow core that he uses for his Zifa. The Marduk company. Marduk Update Security Company, which is the MTSC logo on her hat. And she has decided to accompany us during our entire trip to Tharbad now, so she's part of my party. Time to go around and talk to all the NPCs before we continue with the story. I also picked up a quest, I think somebody claimed to be a bracer. They popped somebody's tire, and then they traveled with them and they stole the person's wallet on the way into the city. They have green hair. I'm strongly suspecting that it was Melchior from Almada. But that's a hidden side quest that I picked up, so I've got to figure out that tonight. Whoever thought our son would be so interested in other cultures? He told me he wants to have a lamp and a rug. We should probably just get him the lamp, but don't you think? A rug's going to be a bit expensive. I don't know, just because he wants a rug doesn't mean we all couldn't use it as a family. Why don't we buy a replica or something? Yeah, he's got one of the horrible hookahs. Also, not to change the subject, but honey, what's that thing you're smoking? Oh, this? It's a hookah. The traditional way of smoking tobacco in the Central East. This portable type you can carry around with you only came out recently. It's pretty handy. I know I've been trying to cut back on smoking, but I thought I should at least try this stuff since we're here. Can't hurt. I appreciate my husband taking us all out on this trip, especially since it's given our son so many new experiences. I don't know if him smoking that hookah when he's not used to it is such a good idea though, no matter how ambient he says it is. Are those hookahs really that good? I see an awful lot of people smoking them all over town. You have to wonder. I never expected my son to be so taken with Central Eastern culture. It's great. I'm taking it as a sign that we should travel more often. Speaking of Central Eastern culture, I knew about hookahs before coming here, but I had no idea these orbital hookahs were a thing nowadays. Feels like they popped up out of nowhere. I have such a bad feeling about those things. Tourists these days have no respect for what they're visiting. Tharbad isn't just some theme park that exists for their enjoyment. It's a place where people live, and they want to live here in peace. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that kid take an interest in our culture. I just wish more people were like him. Our cultural district isn't some sort of museum exhibit. It's home to many people, a place whose way of living are precious to them. Figuring out how to preserve and uphold those traditions while embracing modernization is always a constant balancing act we must deal with. This temple does its best to respond to people's concerns, and we therefore serve as something of a representative of the community. Central Eastern temples are institutions of tolerance at heart. We always strive to promote mutual understanding amongst one another. Tharbad used to be a trading hub first and foremost, but in the past 2 decades it's rapidly developed into a city for recreation. As a result, there are naturally a number of citizens who feel concerned that Tharbad is losing sight of its original culture. I do my best to take their thoughts and feelings into consideration in talking to people so that together we can make Tharbad even better. See, I told you Mother Jamela knew lots of stories. She always puts her all into telling them too. That's what makes going to Sunday school so much fun. Yeah, I bet. She's really, really good. I'm so happy to hear new stories from her. This temple is so amazing. Even though we both pray to the same goddess, it looks and feels completely different from the chapel I go to. Ah, it's really that different? That's crazy. I'd love to hear what Western ones are like. Could you tell me a little about them? want to teach Amani all about the fairy tales of where I'm from. I don't. Maybe I should give her my picture book that I brought with me. That's okay, isn't it? It'll be like a souvenir, but of me, since it's from my home. She won't even have to travel for it. Webb is really interested in fairy tales. I wonder what sort of books he likes to read at home. Well, I think he's gonna give you one, so you might be in luck. After talking to him, now I want to learn about stories from further west. It makes me so happy to see little Clem take an interest in our folklore. It's been a pleasure to teach him about it. Some of our congregants have expressed concern that people are beginning to forget the moral teachings behind such stories. But all you need to see is a child listening and enjoying those stories innocently to know that hope is by no means lost.
そうですね。
Time to get comfortable, because I'm going to be running around talking a lot. Alright. Now that I've introduced Sinem to everyone at the bazaar, we're going to go off and have dinner somewhere. She's not so good with words, but thankfully everyone seems to understand that she's sorry for all the trouble she caused. Not everyone's forgiven her, but I was at least able to get them to tolerate her being in the bazaar, which is an important first step. What happens from there might come down to how hard she decides to work. I think I'm going to treat Sinem to a good meal before we head over to the temple. It's about time she had something nice. Between running away from you guys and then introducing myself to everyone at the bazaar, today has been a lot. Like, a lot. I'm so tired. I feel like I could pass out any second. I think she just needs to sleep. God, I keep yawning. My traditional flame-powered hookahs still sell pretty well these days. But it's these new orbital-powered hookahs that draw in all the repeat customers now. It's a shame. The old-fashioned ones still have a lot to offer, as long as you enjoy them in moderation. But times are what they are. I hear that some ne'er-do-wells have given those poor dancers quite a bit of trouble. Such a shame. In my day, travelers who came here were considerate towards us, but these days, I worry that our way of life here is in danger. It troubled me greatly. There's nothing quite like our cultural district here in Tharbad. The film festival is great for business. With all these tourists coming to town, my sales have nearly doubled. I'm a little concerned I'm going to run low on some of my stock, but that's not the worst problem to have when I can put so much money away. Plus, my daughter is so curious about Western culture. I want to take her traveling one of these days, so it'll help me save for that too. Looking for something for dinner? How about some camel meat? They say it pairs well with a nice libation. Here in the Central East, families often come together to eat camel on holidays and the like. You might find yourself craving some alcohol at those gatherings, but our customs strictly forbid drinking at those times. We might have gotten the trouble sorted out at the bazaar, but something about it all still doesn't sit right with me. I've heard Tharbad's seeing more and more tourists who are getting out of hand, like what those dancers had to deal with. I think tomorrow I'll focus my efforts on the entertainment district. More people from out of town end up there. The fact that we have limited room to navigate these cases unless a civilian is directly harmed does make things more difficult. We're trying to investigate what's going on in Tharbad's shadows right now. Unfortunately, we can only take it so far by ourselves. We'll probably need to coordinate with the police to some extent to get anywhere. Which is to say, if you all find anything, please don't keep it to yourselves. The more we work together, the better this will all end. I hope you all are able to figure out who that mysterious green-haired bracer is by tomorrow. If not, we'll probably have to open an investigation ourselves so we can get the victim his wallet back. We can't keep him waiting too long. I want to see if I can upgrade Reset's weapon. No. Okay. Guess that's not in the cards right now. Even with the film festival right around the corner, the nights around here have gotten strangely loud and hectic. Unlike the entertainment district, it used to be that when the sun went down, things really mellowed out in the cultural district. But lately it's becoming more and more like the entertainment district. It's a little concerning. I can sympathize with Abdullah's worries. Tharbad is changing so fast it feels as though we hardly have time to even remember tradition. Even so, we mustn't forget that we have Professor Hamilton and her incredible work to thank for our current fortune. It would be disrespectful to everything she's done for our fair city to completely reject the Tharbad we have today. It might well be worthwhile for us to take a step back like she did and reconsider our position. The scent of those newfangled mechanical hookahs. They've ruined the flavor of our own hookahs over here. What could these people possibly want, thinking they could come in with their weird devices, mechanizing our culture? Going to need to have another talk with Father Mukhtar about the state of the world, because I don't like where it's headed, that's for sure. Oh, I can go in here, okay. Whoa.
相手が悪かったな。
決まりましたね。やそこです。スタンデス。シャードアタック発動。スタンデス。シャードアタックチャンスよ。おまけです。
チャンスだ。
おまけです。
頼むアニエス。おまけだ。
いい感じです。
アニエスよくやったな。
おまけです。バン様。おまけです。
よし上出来た。
甘いお茶受けをご用意しますか、バン様。よいしょ。当選開始。チャージアタックが使えるわよ。やややはやや炎とアルーシャに感謝を。敵の群れ相当しますか。はいやシャードブーストのチャンスよ。
決まってけよ。
最大よ。頑張ってください。まとめてお相手します。これで決めます。はあやー終わりです。レディエンスシーカー。ブーストゲージ上限解放よ。期待以上の成果かと。
さすがの仕事ぶりだリゼット。
失礼。交際開始だ。チャージアタックそこです。スタンデス。
もらったチャンスだ。
ここです。
頼むアニエス。
ドライブ開始。
ブーストが有効だよ。
いや助かりました。チャンスです。
特定のアンスが有効するはずだ。
いい感じです。アニエス助かりました。そこです。やーシャードテイクのチャンスです。やっスキアリ
チャンスだ。
今です。チャンスです。全力でいきましょう。
特定のアンスが有効です。
いや
頼むアニエス。
マルーシャに感謝を。やりましたねペリちゃん。あ、千客万来ですね。や先制攻撃のチャンス。気をつけて。
もらった
アニエス様。
おまけだ。
バンさん。ブーストチャンス。決める。今です。後期です。
ブーストが有効だよ。
今です。チャンスです。それおまけです。
チャンスだ。
今です。この木は逃しません。隙あり。隙にはさせません。今です。私が相手です。隙あり。通しません。後期です。
ブーストが有効だよ。
ここが攻め時かと。そこです。バーさん。ブーストチャンス。決めるわよ。
こいつは効くぜ。
この調子でいきましょう。バー様。
終わりだ。任せた。リゼット。
シールド展開。私が相手です。
最大です。
後期です。そこです。
チャンスだ。崩れた。よし、上出来だ。
甘いお茶受けをご用意しますか、バンさん。
さあ始めるか。
そこです。戦闘終了。お疲れ様です。まだです。まだです。このまま先に進みましょう。戦局万来です。そこです。チャンスです。先制攻撃のチャンスです。気をつけて。シャードブーストのチャンスよ。ご容赦。
決まってけよ。
まとめてお相手します。まとめてお相手します。頑張ってください。炎の加護。
決まってけよ。
頑張ってください。ご容赦を。炎の加護。まとめてお相手します。
決まってけよ。任せた。
そこです。アニエス様。
もらった。
後期です。今です。
チャンスだ。
今です。
頼むアニエス。頼んだ。
輝くエトワールレイ。ベリちゃん。あ、せや。ここです。バーサー。ブーストチャンス。決めるわよ。シールド展開。
崩せるかよ。
こちらのターンです。やっそこです。バン様そこです。
相手が悪かったな。
さすがはバンさんですね。ごちそうさまでした。よいしょ。敵の集団、や厄介ですね。頑張ります。まとめてお相手します。まとめてお相手します。炎の加護。有効な圧があるわよ。やリゼットさん、チャンスです。好機です。
ブーストが有効だよ。
この調子でいきましょう。ここが攻め時かと。まとめて蹴散らします。
そこだ。
捉えました。燃え上がれバーサー。ブーストチャンス決めるわよ。ここが攻め時かと。スキヤリ
頼むアニエス。
特定の圧が有効です。
ここが攻め時かと。
特定の圧が有効です。
ガンガン行くぞ。
一斉に行きます。全力で行きましょう。それ。この木は逃しません。
シャードブーストのチャンスよ。有効な圧があるわよ。
気張ってけよ。
スキヤリチャンスです。それ。やっ
おまけだ。
ベリちゃん。ここです。バーサー。スキヤリ
相手が悪かったな。
甘いお茶受けをご用意しますか、バン様。さてと。さて。失礼。よいしょ。よいしょ。
さてと。
落ち着きますね。そうですね。よっと。さてと。目的地に向かいます。
ハマムマルジャンへようこそ。
いい感じだ。
いっぱい汗が。リフレッシュできました。
楽しんでくれたようで何よりだ。
メンテナンスモードに移行しました。お姉さんがサポートするわ。 生専用スロットね。新しいスキルが登録されたわ。お姉さんがサポートするわ。
Hi, Shahina. Hi, Sarah. Looks like our hunch was right. Good to see you, ladies. Oh, hello, everyone. The owner was just telling us about you all. Sounds like you guys had to clear out some monsters to get the bass back up and running. That's amazing. I knew you guys were talented. Thanks again for everything you all did. I'd still be in dire straits if it weren't for you folks. Hey, all part of being a Spriggan. We got plenty out of that whole exercise too, so it was good for everyone. Well, that's good to hear. By the way, who might you be? I don't believe you were with them earlier. Forgive my late introduction. You may call me Reset. I was dispatched here on short notice. You two are Miss Sarah and Miss Shahina, correct? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Nice to meet you too. Is that a maid outfit you're wearing? I've never seen one of those in person before. Not precisely. This is the uniform that I wear for work. You could think of it as a combat suit designed to let me offer maximum support to my customers when needed. That sounds, complicated. Whatever it is, you look super cool in it, that's for sure. Hey, since we're all here, why don't you guys join us in the baths? There's so much I want to talk about. That sounds like fun. Maybe we could all get dinner together afterwards, too. There's a place close by I always go to that I'm sure you all would enjoy. Sure, we'd be happy to take you up on that. Probably not a bad idea for us to wash up before we meet with our clients again anyways. Say what you like. I know you're just looking for an excuse to take a dip. Not that I'm against it. I could really use a bite to eat. But that's okay. A bath sounds good after everything we've done today. Then it's settled. We'll join you two in the baths. Yay, that's perfect. Come on. I'll show you where the girls' ones are. Shahina, calm down. They've had a long day. Take as long as you want in there, folks. You've earned it.
Considerてみりゃてめえと二人きりかよ。面白くもなんともねえ。
うだうだうるせえな。静かにしてろ。いいか。目をつむって心を落ち着けるんだ。やがて来るその瞬間を見極めて。
向こうじゃさぞかしましくキャッキャウフフしてんだろうな。小娘だはどうでもいいが、メイドや姉の方はなかなかそそる体を。
神聖なセッションを乱すんじゃねえ。てめえのその邪念、肌が赤くなるまで赤すりでこそぎ落としてやろうか。
あったっつつかマジトンになんじゃねえよ。
盛り上がってらっしゃいますね。
I think we're here.
もう聞こえてるの分かってるんでしょうか。
でも確かにみんなサーラ姉にも負けないくらい綺麗だよね。リゼットさんは髪サラサラ、肌もスベスベでまるでお人形さんみたいだし、アニエスさんもっていうか本当にまだ16歳なの？
え？
あと1年ちょっとでそこまでなれる気がしないよ。何食べてたらそんなになるの？
私も気になってました。ぜひ今後の参考にしたいです。別に普通ですから。フェリちゃんまでそんなにまじまじ見ないでください。もうシャヒーナもそのくらいにね。フェリ様もシャヒーナ様も 十分以上にお綺麗かと思いますが、サーラ様は絹のように艶やかな肌。何か特別なケアをされていますね。いえいえ、シアバターくらいです。サルバットさんは質が良くて。
Holy cow! You got Nina Fenley's and Judith Lannister's autographs? Thank you guys so much. I'll treasure these forever, really. It's no problem. I'm glad you like them. These autographs have got to be worth a pretty mira. We're talking about 2 of the hottest stars around. Think you might sell them? No way! How could I ever? Still, it feels so surreal right now. Can't believe my own sister is going to be dancing up on the stage with folks like them. Who would have thought? Don't get too excited about it all, Shihina. I don't think they're going to ask me to do anything that big. Well, I still think it's awesome you get to be involved at all. Wait, by dancing, do you mean for the Carnal Cavalcade? Yeah, some director named Salvatore Godi walked up to me and asked if I wanted to take part. Not just him, he was with some other snappy looking guy too. They went nuts for Sarah. Apparently Mr. Godi was all, "Baby, you're more perfect than Adios herself. My parade isn't complete without you." He was dead set on bringing her on, whatever it took. It wasn't long before she folded like a house of cards. Hina, you don't have to tell them every little thing about it. I'm not sure I know what this Carnal Cavalcade is. Is it some event that will be part of the film festival? Yeah, it's a parade that'll kick off when the festival opens. Sounds like it's going to be quite the production. Like Shahina said, I guess it's supposed to include famous actresses and whatnot. I can see you fitting right in there, Sarah. You're going to do great. I know Goti could talk pretty raunchy, but his passion and taste are the real deal. He didn't say all that just to be nice. If he says you're perfect, then he means it. You'll do just fine out there, Sarah. I know you've got what it takes. Thanks, man. That means a lot. Am I seeing things, or are you turning a little red? I am not. Stop it. Sheeny. What are you two at? Where have you guys been? Hey, Timur. We were just hanging out in the hammam. Quit calling me Sheeny. I've got a real name, you know. Sorry, Sheeny. You'll always be Sheeny to me. This a friend of yours? Yeah, he's a kid from the neighborhood. What's going on, Timur? Why were you looking for us? Someone asked me to give this to you, Sarah. That's why. A letter? That's strange. I wonder what it could be. Thanks, Timur. What the? Is everything okay? Strong sit. What in the world? Decline to participate in the parade or tragedy will befall you. Is this somebody's sick idea of a joke? Can't believe even Sarah, of all people, got one of those threatening notes. According to that Timur boy, a Central Easterner that he passed who was working for a shipping company gave the note to him. I'd guess that delivery person's most likely innocent. Just like with Nina and Judith, the culprit's probably going through several layers to cover up the real origin point of the note. That makes tracking him down incredibly tricky. Slippery bastard. They can't make it easy on us, can they? Are Sarah and Shahina gonna be okay? I really think you two should talk to the guild about this. I agree. I am sure they will give your case priority attention since it involves a civilian in danger. I imagine that any fees they would charge for their services would be quite nominal too. I don't know about that. Huh? Come on, you've got to do something, Sarah. This really creeps me out. I hate to suggest this, but maybe you should quit the parade, if that's the safest thing to do. No, I can't. Apparently preparations for the parade are almost complete. If I pull out now, I'll probably cause a lot of trouble for the director and everyone else involved in it. That's what'll happen if I turn to the guild too, isn't it? We can't say for sure, but if things go south, I could definitely see that being the case, yeah. But Sarah... Man, I know this is really presumptuous of me to ask, but is this something you and your agency can handle for me? Of course, I'm prepared to pay for your services. I don't expect you to do it for free. Oh, great. It's real generous of you taking on her case for keep as an extension of what we're doing for Nina and Judith. But don't you get the feeling she's trying to hide something? He is. I got that impression too. I think there's something going on with her that we don't know about. Well, a deal's a deal. Whatever it is, we already promised we'd help her. Plus, for all we know, this might turn up some new leads. Following this could be a good idea. As a first step, would you like me to pinpoint which company was responsible for delivering the note? Wouldn't hurt to know for sure. In the meantime, we need to go to the entertainment district. The other ladies are waiting for us at the hotel. We need to fill them in on everything that's happened, including the new note. On behalf of the hammam owner, I just wanted to thank you all again for helping out with that. It's amazing just how much we can all accomplish when we come together to solve a problem like that. Also, I'm glad we had an extra bed to spare for that lovely new lady you've added to your ranks. I hate having to put her in that shared room, but all the other rooms are full. You got really lucky with your reservation there. Now that our son's getting older, I feel it's time for him to start getting ready to take over the inn in the future. I'm trying to set him up with a nice girl so he'll settle down, but he's completely glum about the whole idea. Puts me in a bit of a spot. I wish he had more confidence in himself. He's a perfectly capable young man who's got his act together. What isn't there to like?
さあさあ、見るのはただだよ。いつでも見においで。さてと。
よし。
はい。はい。よかったら見てってね。
Let's go to the entertainment district. Enough stalling.
さあさあ、うちの商品は特別だよ。
Things are as bustling as ever come nightfall, which is great for me. Tharbad's always been a little rough and tumble, but I've never seen the people here go this wild before. Not that I could complain, it's bringing in that much more money to me. So if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Bro.
何か買ってまた来てくれ。
Been looking into the new arrivals who are coming into the area from the Central East. So far, nothing suspicious has turned up about those coming from El Sayin, which means... Either way, Tharbad is going to see an influx of tourists starting tomorrow. We have to optimize our intel gathering as best we can. Can't expect our help from the capital to take care of everything for us. With all the cars here for the festival, running these lots is tough. We're seeing more and more accidents and burglaries. Not that tourists didn't blunder into trouble before, but these last few days have seen a real uptick in rough types of all sorts. Don't get me started on nighttime, when people have dinner in their cars and just chuck garbage out the windows. Would it kill those people to spare a thought for those of us who actually have to run these places? Seriously. People do that? Have semi trucks. I saw that dancer somewhere around here at night. What could she possibly be doing in the entertainment district at such a late hour? I need to find out. What am I saying? Just because my wife left me doesn't mean I can start stalking some local. I need to get my head on straight.
そうだ。
So Sarah has been meeting somebody at the entertainment district? That's probably not good. You shy, step right up. You're gonna love what I have for sale. Better act fast though. I'm only getting more customers. The stall's as popular as ever.
やあ、どれまたな。
カジノにナイトクラブ。なるほど。これも肌で得る情報ですね。
え？
そうですね。
ただの情報収集だっての。あとクラブは未成年は NG だ。
ケチくせえぞジジイ。
The conversation was entirely different in Japanese. Way back in the day, I always had work fixing up orbital vehicles for caravans because of how often they break down from the sand. But now that they're built to take such terrain, that work's dried up, which is how I wound up getting recruited to come work here. Being surrounded by cutting-edge tech in such a clean, pristine workshop really hits home just how much things have changed.
いらっしゃい。毎度あり。いらっしゃい。
She got 16 slots, unlike...
毎度あり。
Her orbit's a mess right now. May just be me, but people around Tharbad seem to be strangely elated as of late. Not just the tourists either. Even local residents and other Central Easterners are in exceptionally high spirits. Could simply be excitement for the upcoming film festival, but I've never seen anything like it for any event.
どのようなご用件ですか？それではまた。
いらっしゃい。毎度あり。
お姉さんがサポートするわ。属性専用するスキルが変更されたわ。スキルが変更されたわ。スキルが変更されたわ。スキルが変更されたわ。スキルが変更されたわ。
Okay. Get back. Alright.
いらっしゃい。毎度あり。
メンテナンスモードに移行したわよ。お姉さんがサポートするわ。お姉さんがサポートするわ。スキルが変更されたわ。属性専用スロットね。新しいスキルが登録されたわ。スキルが変更されたわ。スキルが変更されたわ。
The shop attracts its fair share of customers because I deal in rarities you can't find anywhere else. But even I can't ignore the real sales potential that these orbital hookahs seem to possess. If things like these are what's in vogue these days, then I need to make sure to pay attention and stock up accordingly. That's why it's crucial to interact with your customers, so you remain clued into what they want, as they want them. Chadin, our owner, is a very decisive person and has a lot of drive as a leader, which I certainly respect. We might be successful right now, but being a little too certain about things can breed an apprehension, you know? For example, I used to inspect new stock as it came in, but now that the company is all about speed, well... Probably should have gotten out of that place a little sooner. Oh well, I managed to snag souvenirs for everyone back home already, at least, so it was still time well spent-ish. We came here hoping to meet some celebrities or something, only to end up spending all day in that shop. Oh well, the film festival hasn't even started yet. There are still plenty of chances to catch glimpses of the rich and famous. These cutting-edge orbital hookahs are the best. They're easy to hide, and even better, they're a great way to cope with the heat here. I'm telling you, without a good way to relax, there's no way I'd be able to do my job. I bet something like this would do Officer Vernier some good too. That woman seriously needs to learn to chill out. Why is my dad trying to keep me stuck inside the city? It's such a waste of a perfectly good car. Oh well, at least it's a film festival. You don't get stuff like that around here every day. Might as well enjoy it while I can. The orbital hookah is good stuff. I guess for now, I'll just have to content myself with enjoying what's local. Could be worse, I guess. I guess the film festival being so close has got me feeling fired up. because I could go for some excitement right about now. There's nothing more exciting than cruising around the dunes. Get that crusty old butler in the passenger seat, and I just know we'll have a damn good time. Young master, must we have this conversation again? I fully appreciate your desire to live and roam as you please. Truly I do. However, your father is merely trying to ensure that you do not needlessly suffer out in the real world before you are ready. That is why it is important that you learn etiquette. Once you do, you can appeal to your father to loosen his restrictions. Young master was such an intelligent, well-behaved boy when he was young. The loss of his mother affected him profoundly. Even so, he does grasp the basics of etiquette. Yet the past few days, he's acted rather strangely. What could have happened? It's that hookah. Hey there, folks. Need something to do tonight? In fact, you boys thinking of going off by yourselves later? Because if you are, I know some fun joints you'll enjoy that I keep to myself during the day, if you know what I mean. Hell yeah, now you're speaking my language. I'm from Langport, so I know a thing or two about having fun. Definitely interested to see how good this town can party. That's the spirit. Then here's a tip. Check out the underground nightclub that's just past here. The girls are the real deal. Just about everyone comes away from there a happy customer, trust me. Aaron, your thoughts remain sparkling pure, I hope. Stay focused, kid. We're here on business, remember? Though granted, it might not be the worst idea to slip in there for a bit. Never know what kind of dirt you'll dig up in those joints. Sounds like some new girls have recently joined the nightclub, too. They tend to have their reasons for being there, but they're all legit. You'd have to be crazy not to like what they have to offer. How much you want to bet one of them is Sarah? Without that geological survey conducted by Valis, nobody would have known my ancestral lands were home to such rich mineral deposits. It was me who made the call to bring them in. Best decision I ever made. Now I'm the owner of an enormous mine. Nice thing about working with Valis folks is they take you to resorts too. Never hurts having like-minded friends who know how to go hard. Glad I decided to visit Tharbad. This hookah's got a surprisingly addictive flavor for how cheap the stuff in it is. That's what I'm worried about. You can always count on nighttime to pick business up and land us some lovers of astronomical bets. But even by those standards, our customers have been unusually eager these last couple of days. If our sponsors caught wind of the size of some of these bets, they'd be floored, and they're hardly the reserved sort themselves. But that's just another side of this little desert oasis we call home. Oh, Goatee's here. Now that some of our preparations for the festival are complete, I figured it's been long enough. I'll stop by and have a few rounds. That dealer wasn't here the last time I came, but let me tell you, I like the cut of his jib. He gets what it means to entertain people. He's good at throwing in big surprises to his routine. He's inspired me to throw a little something extra into the parade to spice it up even more. Only question is what? If there's one thing people crave, it's always a good shock to the system, something stimulating. If you ask me, nothing gets the job done faster than a little fucking and violence, you know? But I have to admit, if there's anything else out there that could prove just as stimulating, it's some good old-fashioned gambling. If you're looking for Bumati, he went over to the hotel. He said he was going to practice elsewhere. He wasn't here for very long, but it was an honor to get to host him at my bar. I learned a lot just from watching him. Can't help but admire his drive to hone his craft. Not everyone would move from place to place as they practiced. Kudos to him, I say.
いかがしましょう。またお越しください。
It's been a while since Director Goatee paid us a little visit. Believe it or not, he's actually a fairly decent gambler. In case you couldn't tell from his films, that man's desires are bottomless. With a mind like that, gambling makes him play bold. But I guess without that sort of attitude, he wouldn't be able to make the kinds of movies he does. I've always attracted a lot of Calvardian oligarchs and foreign nobles. One guy made his fortune from dealings with El Saim, for example. But lately, we've been seeing a lot of newly rich Calvardians, plus people with close ties to Valis, too. And as if that weren't enough, even director Goatee himself from Vegas Films often comes here to play. He'd stopped visiting for a little while to work on the film festival, but was able to stop by today now that some of that work is behind him. Should you be gossiping about your customers like that? I had the pleasure of playing against none other than Mr. Goatee himself a little while ago. I have to say, I find his views on entertainment and how to stimulate audiences to be really fascinating. I completely agree with him that nothing spices up a scene like a big surprise. All the more reason to get excited for whatever that man has in store for his carnal cavalcade, if you ask me. When you work as a dealer, you learn that nothing gets a player worked up like a little zestiness they can't even see coming. There's no greater honor in this line of work than being able to deliver a good surprise your players will never forget.
ちょっといいか。
See, so you guys want to know about that green-haired bracer? Yes, I remember him all right. Quite clearly, as a matter of fact. We don't see many customers like him. Really? Tell us more. He came around here about an hour ago while out on patrol. But there was something about him that looked a little odd. He was watching the other patrons for some reason, as if he was trying to size them up or some such. I think you might have been investigating something. Is that what brings you here too? Yeah, something like that. Do you happen to see if this bracer talked to anyone? Let me think. Ah, yes. I remember him trying to strike up a conversation with one man who was playing alone. The police were also making their rounds at the time. When he noticed them approaching, he was rather quick to depart. Still trying to avoid getting spotted by the cops, sounds like. For someone acting so brazen, this guy's a real chicken shit. I'm a little concerned about him staring at the other visitors like that, too. Indeed. The more that we talk, the more hindsight makes me feel something was amiss with him. In any case, I'm afraid that is all I could share about the bracer in question. I can only guess what you would want with him. But regardless, I wish you all luck in your endeavors. Well, thanks for your time, and for the hot tip, too. Okay, folks, let's see if anyone else caught wind of our sneak. As you wish.
ああ。
どれどれ。
Darbad's my home, so my work here feels fairly personal sometimes. All the more reason I'm trying extra hard to carry out my duties while such an enormous event is going on. Unfortunately, not all of my colleagues in the force are quite as diligent, which makes work that much harder for me. If everybody just did their jobs, I probably wouldn't have so much on my plate. Too much to ask for, I suppose. Oh. Dingo and Company. Everybody's using those things. Ooh. Getting a lot of people eating dinner at my stall, which feels great. Nothing as tasty as a good bite to eat outside during a festival, especially with my singing to accompany it. telling you, my silky voice makes everything taste exponentially better. Science, I tell you, science. Okay.
ま、好きに見てきな。じゃあな。
さて
This guy. First I catch him eyeing up the nightclub while he and I are supposed to be out on a date together. Then he just happens to get a call from work while I'm lecturing him, and then skips out on our date altogether. This couldn't be much worse of a night out even if I tried. Inspector, what do you mean I have to get ready? You're coming out to Tharbad tomorrow? But why? I mean, yes, I get it's for an investigation, but why do I have to get involved when I'm supposed to be taking time off? I understand, sir, but if you insist. I'm going to receive additional time off later to make up for this, right? Hey, Nate, honey, you're not doing what I think you're doing, are you? Sorry, babe, duty calls. I've got work to do. So much for being serious. Wait, is he telling the truth? You're kidding me. That's not supposed to happen on a vacation. Man, I didn't expect the inspector to show up all the way out here. I'm supposed to be off duty for crying out loud. And on a date to boot. Can't he respect the guy's precious downtime? I'd shut my Zifa off. Huh? You say you're looking for a green-haired bracer? Yeah, we saw a guy like that. He came up and talked to us earlier today, as a matter of fact. No kidding. I was just trying my luck and asking. Didn't expect you all to have actually seen the guy. Yeah, well, congrats. Now you guys scram. We're in the middle of a date. Well, come on, what's a little favor between friends, huh? Tell us what you know about that nerd and we'll be right out of your hair. Believe me, last thing any of us want is to interrupt your little tryst, right as it was getting good. Talks have a way of pushing my buttons. Fine, let's talk. Long story short, we were talking to your green-haired bracer just a bit ago. He asked if we were having trouble with anything and offered to help. Just out of the blue like that? Interesting. And then what? Nothing, really. He cut things short and then took off for somewhere. Looking back on it, that wasn't really, I don't know, bracer-like of him to do. Babe, don't you remember? He ran away after you said there was nothing to worry about because you're a cop. Maybe it was just me, but it felt like he got real tense as soon as you mentioned that. Oh, yeah. I guess he did, didn't he? Huh. The rest of this story is completely unremarkable. However, the fact that he was so concerned about police attention certainly stands out. Feels like we're starting to close in on the guy. Thanks for filling us in. Sorry to eat up so much of your time. Go on and enjoy the rest of your Sprigganless date. It was Sprigganless until you idiots showed up. I don't know what you all are investigating this time, but you better not cause trouble for the police, got it? Alright, I think we've talked to enough folks that we can paint a decent picture of what's going on. Let's find someplace quiet to talk and see what we come up with. In that case, might I suggest that area over there? Now that we're all settled, let's go over what we know. First, this green-haired bracer's shown some weird behavior for a guy in his line of work. He's overly leery of cop attention, even for a bracer, and was sizing up customers at the casino. Which is to say, that's no bracer's act. He's rolling like a petty thief. Which would make sense if his bracer appearance is simply a disguise. This is starting to sound a lot like that man impersonating a policeman earlier today. Yep, and just like then, going around impersonating a bracer is not the kind of heat most are going to want to risk getting nicked for. No, this smells like a case of greed getting the better of a guy while he's working towards something else. Whatever it all is, our main problem right now is that all the eyewitness reports we have come from stuff that just took place. For a guy who seems to be wandering around looking for suckers to rob, he doesn't exactly have a whole lot to show for it. Which could mean that since he already successfully robbed someone after getting in their car, he could be thinking of trying that again. Exactly, that's my hunch. Is there any way we can put a stop to him before he targets anyone else? Actually, I may have a suggestion towards that end. We assume that the perpetrator is going to target the driver of a car with a flat tire as he did before. Then why don't I conduct a wide area search for potential car targets among the ones driving into Tharbad this evening? Damn, you could do that? That'd save us a lot of trouble. Indeed, I can. It's a form of shard-based information analysis. Well then, I shall initiate the search, starting now. Search complete. Oh, what do we have here? As it happens, there appears to be a car stranded near the entrance to the city. Bingo. This guy's gonna strike again. Odds are good, that's our mark. Yeah. Let's keep an eye on that car's signal while we stake out this so-called bracer, see if he finally shows himself. How close that car is, it should only take a few minutes for it to pull into town. We'll go to the parking lot and wait there. Sounds good to me. We are back. Several minutes after commencing the stakeout in the parking lot. Okay, it's not Melchior. And I don't know how we would have made it here if it weren't for you. Seriously, thank you so much. Oh, no problem. Just happy I could help at all, really. I only did a quick fix, though. You should really take old Reliable here into a mechanic later and have it looked at by a professional. Will do. Thanks again for everything. But isn't there something we can do to repay you? I feel bad not doing more. Don't worry, all in a day's work for Bracer. Your thanks is its own reward. Oh, it is, huh? Sure helps when you can nick a reward of your choice to boot. Huh? What the? Gotcha, pal. You're not going anywhere. What do you think you're doing? Sorry to scare you folks. We're with Arkride Solutions. We've been on the trail of this guy for reasons that'll become clear in a moment. But why? He's a bracer. What could he have possibly done wrong? Get your hands out of there. That's... And there it is, a wallet. Does this happen to belong to you guys? Barry handed the wallet to the tourists. What in... Yeah, that's mine. I had it stashed inside my bag in the back seat. You telling me this bracer stole it? That's exactly it, and that's just the start. Just so you all don't get any wrong ideas about bracers, you should know this guy's a fraud. This may sound like a strange question to ask, but did you two get a flat tire on your way to town tonight? Yeah, we did actually. I figured it was because it was such a long drive. Luckily, this bracer happened to come across us and offered to help. That's how we got here. So, that's the problem. It's very likely he's the one who punctured your tire in the first place. He seems to have this method where he bursts a tire and then pretends to be passing by before offering to repair it. He then hitches a ride back to town and steals whatever he finds in the back seat. Isn't that right? If I got some part of it wrong, now's the time to correct me. Idea. So he was pretending to be a bracer all along, so he could rob me. I didn't sense anything wrong at all. If you guys hadn't shown up when you did, we'd have been completely clueless. Then whose fault is that, huh? That's what you get for trusting someone just because they say they're a bracer, you morons. So what if I maybe took things too far this time because they were so easy to sucker? Who cares? Go ahead and turn me in. At the end of the day, our objective is still within reach. So there is more going on. What are you planning? Who could say? Once we get our hands on that, they'll be able to post bail for me, no problem. It'll be a drop in the bucket. Take me to the bracers or police or whoever you want. See what I can. Oh, looks like we've got a sassy one on our hands. I think this guy needs to be taught a lesson he won't forget. Do your worst, dirtbag, I dare you. Put it in park, kid. There's no need for us to rake him over the coals personally. We'll turn him into the guild and then he'll be their problem. That way they'll owe us a favor for saving their reputation. In that case, I shall contact the Bracer Guild so arrangements can be made. Although, before I do so, I must say, Mr. Arkwright, this has been a rather impressive exercise. It's been a true honor and a pleasure to finally see for myself how such a renowned Spriggan goes about his business. I don't need to be buttered up. Thanks, but just ring him up already so we can get on with the rest of our night. As you wish. Upon receiving Resette's call, a Bracer team rushed to the scene, taking the emerald-haired imposter into custody themselves. As for the tourists, they were subsequently brought to both the Guildhouse and police to testify about what took place. Similarly, Van and the others also visited the Bracer Guild to offer their own report on the matter. I can't believe the bracer we were all looking for turned out to be a fake. Glad you all found him as quickly as you did. He could have caused real problems for us if he'd stayed on the loose for too long. On behalf of the guild, you have our sincere thanks for stopping him. We really appreciate it. Nah, don't mention it. Our curiosity got the better of us, that's all. Though some might say that you guys owe us one regardless. Oh, no question. We're more than willing to compensate you for everything you've done, including paying you for your time. I'm just surprised that Bracer turned out to be who he was. Yeah, another one of those thieving brothers who were wanted back in Edith. That's crazy. Just like that fake cop we managed to bust yesterday. At this rate, we'll probably meet their whole damn family tree soon. Can't say for certain, but it sure seems like there's a good chance these brothers could strike again somewhere. We should keep our guard up in case anything else happens. Agreed. The film festival probably needs heightened security in light of all this. Anyway, thanks again for taking care of all that, everyone. If anything else comes up tomorrow, we'd appreciate your help then too.
これで解決だ。
Thanks.
報酬が振り込まれたわ。
この調子でいくぞ。
There we go.
評価ランク更新させていただきます。
確かに受け取った。
Perfect. And learned the recipe for wild parfait. TP plus 60. Whew. Hard boiled and sweet? What?
まあ待ってな。そうだよ。食ってみな。
Oh, that's enough. Perfect. Let's do it. This defense plus 25 to all party members. I like that.
そうだろ。
ゴーゴーです。
As if I'm not busy enough dealing with the festival, now I have to take care of pitches? I get that the one normally in charge has their hands full, but they want me to put summaries together, and it's just too much. Doesn't help that our president is sticking around so late either, which is odd for him. That makes it tricky to do things on your own. It's like he's keeping watch over everything. Phew, I'm beat. It's not often I'm working reception until this late. But on the flip side, we had all sorts of actors and directors come through that we don't normally see here. Not every day I get to serve visitors like that. It's pretty exciting. I feel kind of bad just sitting around and enjoying myself while everyone else is working so hard on a film festival, though. You're doing your job, lady. Forget about it. Oh. If it isn't the Gophers Nina hired. I don't know what you're trying to dig up, but knowing her, I imagine it's rather serious. Relax, pal. We're not here to get in the way of your little soiree. I remembered how to pronounce that. Sure are working late, though. You know, for the right price, depending on what you're doing, I could maybe take a load off. Huh, not a chance. Can't trust an amateur like you with this. Just don't go stirring things up too much and we won't have a problem. As if I don't have enough trouble trying to keep a leash on Goatee and his rambunctious antics. I've got to worry about grunts hired by a certain someone running amok. Buddy, if you're so busy, maybe you shouldn't be stressing about what an actress does in her spare time. Ever think about that? I don't like what you're insinuating. Listen, the last thing we need is one of our performers getting caught up in some mad scandal. So it's only natural that I have a rough idea of what those ladies get up to, insofar as their agencies allow it. In any case, if you don't have any business, I'll have to ask you to leave. I'm extremely busy here. Hey, you won't hear us complaining. Don't mind if we do. Just keep in mind that Arkwright Solutions is in town. You never know when you might need us. Where did Goatee run off to this time? Does he have to go charging off every damn foolish thing he sees? I told him we would need to have more meetings, and yet he's at the casino, bud. Have fun with that. If you hadn't shooed me away, maybe I could give you a heads up. I officially dropped our amateur film off at Vegas Films. Because they're so busy getting ready for the festival, though, they said they won't be able to check it out right away. I get that we came at a busy time and all, but I hope it doesn't take too long. I really want to know what they think. It sounds like the selection process is going to take time anyway, so we might as well look around and check stuff out while we wait. After all, the film festival's attracted lots of actors and production staff we wouldn't otherwise normally get to meet. That's exciting. We spent a lot to travel out here, so we need to make the most of it and enjoy ourselves too. Maybe I'll ask for some autographs. I just caught my first glimpse of President Dillon in the flesh, and you know, it's not quite what I imagined him to be. I figured as the head of an up-and-coming film studio, he'd be a more flexible and daring leader, but I guess not. I guess Vegas Films owes its rapid rise to Salvatore Gotti and his talent behind the camera more than anything else. Sounds about right to me. So many people here tonight. Lately I've been seeing more and more sorts you don't usually get in the evenings, probably because of the film festival. Not that I'm complaining, more sales for me. I'm looking to save up for travel, so as far as I'm concerned, it's all good luck. You were quiet there. What? I'm glad my clients got air conditioning in their office, or else I would have been a sweaty mess during our meeting. Actually, while we were talking, they told me there's going to be a film festival, and that's why everyone is so jazzed up. I don't pay attention to entertainment news at all, so I had no idea they were putting on anything like that here. Just so happens my schedule opened up, so I might make time to check it out just to see what all the fuss is about. My mom's idea of what Tharbad and the Central East are like has got to be at least 20 years out of date. I think her mind might be starting to come around though. She seems to have started enjoying herself. Although I just remembered, Mr. Goody is supposed to be heavily involved in planning the festival here, right? I guess that explains why everything feels so much more energized than what I'm used to in Messeldam, maybe? After having a look around, I must admit Tharbad's quite different from what I imagined. Growing up, I heard it was a dusty, quiet place without a lot to offer, and figured that was probably still the case. But I really enjoyed the cultural district. It's making me think maybe I should have a movie set somewhere in the Central East. Although, knowing Salvatore Gotti's inclinations, I suspect I know exactly what kind of culture he plans on promoting in his parade. Thanks. You're horrible, Dingo. You told me you were still in Edith, and now here you are trying to sneak off on me. And, telling you, there's no reason for you to come all the way out here. Doesn't Tyrell keep his reporters on a pretty tight leash? Well, don't you worry, I came prepared. I got permission from my EIC to scout out the film festival and do a write-up about it. Not to mention the reporter originally slated to handle the festival had something come up, so somebody needed to be here anyway. Should be illegal to have the kind of luck you do. At least it explains why you're here 2 days before the big event. Hey, it's the Spriggan again. What the heck are you guys doing here? I'm getting distracted. Listen, I'm not lying. I am here on personal business, even if it hasn't gotten me anywhere yet. As for you guys, I see you've got more help than ever. That new girl of yours looks pretty capable too. You flatter me. Please call me Reset Twinings. I'm a concierge working on dispatch for Marduk Total Security Company. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Marduk, as in that. Dingo, quit trying to change the subject. I'm not finished with you. You still haven't told me what this personal business of yours is. Now fess up. You know, I'll be more than happy to help you with it. What about personal business? Don't you understand? I told you I'm fine. Why not? I'm growing as a reporter. I can handle myself. For starters, it's not exactly a good look roping in a reporter working for someone else to pitch in on my work. So what? I don't care about that. Besides, you helped save me before. It's only fair I repay the favor. Sounds like our man's trying to keep this business under wraps. He must be doing a piece on unseemly things. What? That can't be it, could it? What do you mean unseemly? My God, how does she not know about this stuff? Aaron, now look what you've done. Can't believe you report on something so despicable. This is exactly why you need to change, and I'm the girl who's gonna make it happen. Well, glad we got all that sorted out. Anyway, we'll be heading out now. We haven't sorted out anything. Try to bounce real quick, eh? Damn it, look at all the trouble you guys have stirred up now. Whatever, if I find anything out, I'll hit you up. Sounds good to me. Good luck with your investigating, you two. Jesus Christ. Aaron, you... When I said I wanted to put together something about the film festival, my boss let me go on the spot. It was amazing. But you, Dingo, I could smell it. Films are just pictures and light to you. You're after something bigger, something way more important. You really shouldn't put me on a pedestal. And now that you're here, we've got to keep you out of trouble. Listen, I've got stuff to do. Don't do anything crazy. The Prince of El Saim is here, you know. Why don't you interview the guy? He is? I never would have expected someone so big and famous to be visiting a trashy event like this. Yeah, maybe I should talk to him. This could be my ticket to the really big... But this isn't about me. Stop trying to distract me. I'm not letting you out of my sight for even a second, and there's nothing you can say or do about it, mister. Got it? That Mario's got some sharp instincts. I hadn't said a word to her about my current story, and yet here she is. Well, it's probably best I keep an eye on her. Guess we'll be going drinking tonight, though not too hard. I'll be honest with you, Spriggan. I find it very suspicious to be running into you yet again after our little encounter in Langport. It must have something to do with whatever Dingo's investigating, right? Right? You know, given that you never seem to get anywhere, don't you think sticking to one spot instead of bouncing around would work better? Anyway, to answer your question, we're here on some business for new clients. It's got nothing to do with your hotshot heartthrob. And don't get your hopes up. He and I trade info, but nothing that'd make for the kind of hot scoops you're angling for, sorry. Just shut up. I don't need your help to do my job. Mark my words, whatever it takes, I'll uncover the truth of what that man's up to, even if it kills me. You should probably call it a day, Dingo, but rest assured I'll be hitting the pavement as hard as ever tomorrow. But don't think you could get the jump on me for long. No matter what you try, I'll be on you like a dog going after its own tail. But dogs never catch their own tails. Because that means you're destined to fail. Alright, let's go talk to our clients.
Sato.
そうですね。
Right, where were Ninus and Judas staying? Judas staying again? You must be Mr. Arkwright and Company. Miss Lancer and Miss Fenley are waiting for you all by the pool. The clerk there already knows you're coming. You're free to enter whenever you're ready. Good to hear, thanks. That's one way to say hello. At least his customer service is impeccable. I'd expect nothing less from a 6-star facility. Get it, why would they be at the pool when it's night? It's a nighttime pool. You get to drink alcohol and all that good stuff there. But a little kid like you can't really appreciate grown-up stuff like that yet. I am not. If you think I can't handle alcohol, I'll prove you... Barry, no. Not until you're older. And Aaron, don't go putting any ideas in her head. Yeah, that smile. I see Agnes is rather mature for her age. You could say that. She can definitely be forceful when she needs to be. Looks like we've got a few people we can talk to before we head over there. Something fulfilling about serving some of the richer guests from the Central East once you get used to what they order. They have their own particular demands you have to stay on top of, like fruits from there that they enjoy having. It's an interesting challenge, grasping what they want and then trying to serve them something that meets those unique expectations. It's a great opportunity to flex my muscles as a bartender, that's for sure. There's probably no better place to work than here. You two still? What? Are you telling me you're meddling in the mines after all this time? There are plenty of other mine owners who have found great success with the help and support of Valis. Like it or not, the age of El Sayim's dominance over buried resources is coming to an end. Not only that, I'm confident that Valis will take his profits earned from southern maritime trading and invest them in landowners like myself. That doesn't change the fact that those people now sit at El Sayim's doorstep with your land under their influence. How can you be so blind? Can't you tell that you're merely being used for their shell games and nothing more? So what if I am? There's nothing that says I can't shuffle around their shells as well. I assure you, I have no intention of becoming their pawn. I'll make my fortune and then move on before they try to do me in. Such arrogance. Mark my words, a mindset like that will spell your doom, and sooner than later. I haven't lost my mind. I know full well that Valis has ambitions of its own. But that doesn't mean a lord like myself can't make use of their outpourings to my own advantage. A new age is upon us. Niceties are ultimately for suckers. If my family and realm are going to prosper, we've got to get dirty. That Bashar is so full of himself, he's clearly lost sight of his own meager capabilities. It's fair to say I was definitely right to be so cautious. That said, it genuinely pains me to see him, my rival of my many years, turn into such a mindless person.
さてと。
Nina's so awesome, it's amazing how hard she can get into her roles. I played a supporting role with her in Wolves Requiem. Telling you, it was like her character, Michelle, was really alive and standing right next to me the entire time. You probably know, but Nina plays Sheena Dirk in the upcoming movie Gloria. She made a real stir in the film industry, being able to play such a prominent white figure so naturally despite being half Eastern. If she could pull off something as tricky as that, who knows how much potential she has. Seriously, it's nuts. I got a report earlier from our office in the cultural district of water drying up in that area. We managed to resolve the issue thankfully, but it's embarrassing that it took us that long to realize what was going on. We've had our hands so full expanding the entertainment district infrastructure that I suppose we got lax about managing the water elsewhere. There's still things left to set up in the cultural district. I want our resources to be distributed at least a little more equitably. Oh, the kiddos. Unfortunately, considering your family governs near El Saim's border, I think conflict is inevitable. Not only does my father have a bone to pick, but the people in Valis see quite a lot within our territory. Maybe so, but that doesn't preclude us from being friendly, does it? I, for one, don't want to have to quarrel with you. Oh, what am I saying? With the royal family and Valis at play, perhaps I'm naive for thinking we can be above the fray. No, you're right. I think it would be good if we found a way to get closer and make it harder for our families to butt heads long term. Though it would mean that if things took a bad turn between us, we'd stand to lose something. That wouldn't be ideal. Good point. Then in a few years down the line, we could get into business or become partners in some other venture. Why not just get married? We'll force our father's hands that way. Surely, once they recognize it as fact, things can't get any worse between our families at least. Now that's an idea. I hadn't thought about that. There's also, we should discuss this further. I'm really intrigued by the idea of us going into business together. Should have known she wouldn't quite pick up on it. Maybe we aren't quite there. Okay. Last of all, I need to calm my father down quickly. People see our families fighting at the film festival, our reputation will take a hit. He's actually not that hard to reason with. Ultimately, it's our future that's most important, not what's immediately in front of us. I've had the pleasure of meeting Munt before, at certain events in the Principality. He really is quite kind and intelligent. Even if he sometimes shows rather coquettish behavior, it would certainly be nice if our generation got along better than our parents. Welcome. Please make yourself at home and enjoy the services we offer during the day and throughout the night. In case you're not aware, this hotel was made possible by several investors, particularly El Saim and the Bank of Edith. Oh. So when they were mentioning the BOE earlier, it was the Bank of Edith. Okay. Such investors expect only the absolute best in service, which we're proud to provide around the clock. Time is no object. We may be famous for our nighttime swimming, but our offerings extend well beyond that. We hope you make the most of them. If you're looking for the pool, you'll find it past the door at the far end of the right. We offer a wide variety of services there as well, so please take all the time you'd like to enjoy it. Be aware, however, that some of our guests of highest stature are there as well, so I must ask you all to exercise discretion. Welcome, Mr. Arkwright, sir. If you're looking for Miss Lancer and Miss Fenley, you'll find them at the swimming pool. You may wish to have a word with them as you relax together. Whoa, so this is what a nighttime swimming pool looks like. It's so calm and relaxed. The view of the oasis is nice too. I don't know about calm. With all these folks drinking, I bet it can get pretty rowdy. Yeah. You've seen this place. Rowdy guests get shown the door. Now, where are the girls?
あら、バンちゃんたちじゃない。いい夜ね。今日のお仕事は終わりかしら。
More or less, yeah. I didn't realize you'd be working here, Bermati. Yeah, they called me in as an extra pair of hands to pitch in before the tournament. And I don't think we've met before. You are... Set Twinings. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Bermati. Hold on. Are you the one contracted to work with Van? What are you... It's a long story. More to the point, are our actresses anywhere around here? Ah, you must mean those two. They're right over there. Now we're talking. Two A-listers walking around in swimsuits? You love to see it.
おう、皆さん、こんな格好で失礼します。
I got half a mind to tell you two for lounging around in bikinis while we've been out there busting our butts. But coming back to a site like this makes it all worth it. I'll let it slide.
別にあんたたちのためじゃないわよ。こっちだって一日中お偉いさんに挨拶回りでヘトヘトだったんだから。
Right, that bit earlier. Sorry, should have realized that. I can certainly imagine how that would get pretty draining, doing all that meeting and greeting. Sounds like you earned your keep today.
あなたたちも。ってなんかまた女の子が増えてない？
You are Judith Lancer and Nina Fenley, if I'm not mistaken, yes? It's an honor to meet you both. My name is Reset Twinings. I'm assisting everyone temporarily.
よろしくお願いします。わけがわからないんだけど、今日の報告聞かせてくれるのよね。
Good thing. Here's the gist of it.
地下水路に怪しげな危険人物、それに新しい脅迫状ですって。先輩、いいじゃないニナ、なかなか盛り上がりそうな展開ね。
Anyway, you guys have been through a lot today, it sounds like. This situation is getting pretty complicated at this point. And it sounds like it could be connected to the Mesodam Film Festival's cancellation. Yes, although that isn't confirmed at this stage. Hard to see how all of these things tie together, but one thing's for sure, something is clearly going down. What's got me real concerned is that mysterious girl who showed up in the waterway. Can't be sure yet that she's the one sending all those notes, but we definitely can't ignore her, even putting my own circumstances aside. Yeah, especially if A's involved in this. So, basically, long story short, you still haven't figured anything out, is that it? So much for the Spriggan living up to the hype, hmm? You got us there. It's not what we were hoping for either. Oh, be nice, Judith. They still did better than we could have expected for their first day here. If we hadn't hired them, we'd have gone into the film festival completely unprepared. I get that. I'm not saying they did absolutely nothing. I'm just trying to make clear that we need to get this figured out sooner rather than later. I mean, this joker sending notes to locals who are just scouted now, pisses me off. Getting a little worked up over this, aren't you? Not that I disagree, mind. Definitely, we can't let them win. You know, there's something I can't help but wonder. What is the culprit trying to accomplish? What? What do you mean? What's there to wonder? No, she's right. I don't see what this person's trying to get at myself. If all they wanted to do was cancel the film festival, it'd be quicker to just threaten a terror attack again and be done with it. But instead, they're sending these notes to individual actresses and even dancers. That's a pretty roundabout way of doing it. Huh. That's a good point. I see what you mean. That means the ends don't appear to add up, so to speak. Even if it doesn't change the fact that the festival is still being interfered with. Yeah, I got a feeling that little contradiction is the key to all this.
何やら面白い話をしているみたいだね。
Who? Huh? Hey buddy, what the hell's Your Highness? I didn't realize you were here too. I'm sorry, we aren't exactly dressed for meeting with the prince.
いやいや、気にする必要はない。砂漠に咲いた二輪の花、映画界の、いや、ゼムリアの至宝とすら言えるだろう。
Lovely.
どうかその美を存分に振りまいて、我ら凡族の渇きを潤してくれたまえ。
You certainly have a way with words, that's for sure. Color me intrigued. Could he be?
殿下、お戯れはそのくらいに。
分かっているさ、ナージェ。
Nah, Jay. Jared Asphalt.
エルザイムの皇王サルマンが一子、シェリド・アスバールだ。こちらは秘書のナージェ。
Ajay Burka.
ジュディス君たちから聞いている。プライベートな依頼を受けているそうだね。ついでに私の相談にも乗ってもらいたいんだが、構わないかな。
Alright, we're listening. First off, let me reiterate that it's a real pleasure to make your acquaintance, Prince Sherid. I wouldn't ever expect a guy as big as and important as you to give some guy doing odd jobs in Calvard like me the time of day. You're too humble, Mr. Arkwright. I understand you're exceedingly capable. So I wanted to make sure to talk to you. As a matter of fact, I've heard things about all of you, including your temporary help. You honor me, Your Highness. Still, can't say a swimming pool is where I expected to bump into the heir to a throne. Life's just full of surprises. I knew you were one of the sponsors for the film festival, but I can't believe someone of your stature would actually receive one of those threatening notes. Well, it's true. Unfortunately, the contents are the same as the ones we got. The prince got the letter 5 days ago. He's been staying at the Grand Suite. That's just about the same time as ours came in. I guess that means they were sent to both Edith and Tharbad at the same time, then? I initiated an investigation immediately, of course, but we still haven't determined how the note got to the prince. At the very least, it appears to have been expertly camouflaged. Sounds just like what happened to Sarah when she got her note. You're referring to the dancer I recommended to go to, yes? I'd heard she received one as well. Given she was only scouted this afternoon, however, that is exceedingly swift. The timing is too perfect. I believe at this stage we could safely rule out this being some mere prank. Do you agree? Yeah, I'm right there with you. In fact, I think it crossed that line as soon as you were sent your note, Your Highness. Yeah, whoever we're dealing with, this guy's either got guts or he's a complete dumbass. Maybe even a little bit of both. That being said, for a guy who received a threat, you seem pretty relaxed about it, Your Highness. Must feel pretty confident in your lady friend there to approach the likes of us too. You are not incorrect, my friend. Truth be told, she is also my bodyguard and one of the Principality's greatest sword fighters, quite possibly its very best. In fact, I would go so far as to reckon she outclasses even the likes of Mr. Arkwright and your concierge. No kidding. To be honest, I suspected as much since first laying eyes on her. You got me there. Hard to stack up against a bodyguard serving such a hotshot. Oh, and just to be clear, Van's fine. No need to be stiff with me. Van it is then. You're 24, yes? That makes me 3 years older than you. Everything Mr. Goatee has told me about you adds up. You clearly have a lot of promise. After all, not just anyone could discern the deep nuanced themes behind Golden Blood. I suppose I am right in thinking you've seen the limited run R17 director's cut? Of course, no real fan could miss it. Wish I could catch it again while I'm here too. But with my underage assistants tagging along, I can't. Shame, it makes for a real good watch. I knew you were a man of taste. I couldn't agree more. My younger sister once happened to see it as well. And I'll tell you, she was giving me the dirtiest looks for the longest time after that. Sounds like it must have been a trying time in the Asval household. Wow, these two are like peas in a pod. You don't have to get so excited, Van. Please. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that a man of His Highness status would even know Mr. Arkwright's age. I like him. He's a guy who's clearly true to himself. You don't see high and mighty rich boys as unreserved as him every day. Must be so tiring working with a guy like him all the time, isn't it? No, I'm used to it at this point. Hey, is that Judith Lancer? And Nina Fenley? Wow, real stars out and about in their swimsuits. Only the Jimera, I tell you. Hey, could you girls give us autographs? Or better yet, why not come and have some fun with us, huh? Oh, these idiots. Wait, we meet again. This is where you guys are staying? Of all the places. This place must take anyone who could pay if they'll let trash like this stay here. Give me a break. You're those pricks from this afternoon. What the hell are you doing here? Oh, more guests. Are these friends of yours? Not quite. We had a little business with them earlier today. Sorry, Your Highness. I'll make everyone pipe down. Like hell you will. Your luck's run out, buddy. You're in big trouble. You guys take on the dudes. We'll... Huh? Holy. He moves so fast.
あらやだ若い柔らかあなたたちエルザイムの皇太子様に絡むなんて度胸があるわねせっかくのいい夜おとなしく楽しんだ方がいいんじゃなくてそれとも私が遊んであげましょうか
Our mistake. We'll be leaving now. He just winks at us. No wonder you're His Highness's right hand. That's some quick swordplay you've got there.
いいえこの程度は時期でしょ
言うだけはあるだろう
No doubt. Wow. Is someone even better than Elaine and Sylphid? I guess I have a lot to learn.
さて水も刺されたことだし今宵はこれくらいにしておこうかささやかだが私からも彼女たちと同額の報酬を用意させてもらうつもりだご婦人方を優先して構わないので何か分かったら情報を回してくれたまえ良き出会いに感謝を臨時スタッフ殿にも期待させてもらうよ
The excitement having died down, the party said their goodbyes, bringing their first day in Tharbad to a close. The group made a beeline straight back to the inn. After a full day, in addition to such a long drive, everyone's exhaustion was quickly catching up to them. An early night's rest was in order, so as to get ready to resume their investigation the next day. Or so it seemed. What?
はあ夜はこれからだろう。小娘どももとっとと寝つきそうだし、大人の時間としゃれ込まねえでどうすんだ？
カジノの近くにあったナイトクラブか。元気だねお前。ま、勝手に行ってこいというところだが、どんな騒動を起こすかわからねえし、保護者として付き添ってやるよ。
そう来なくっちゃな。言い訳としちゃせこすぎるが。
うるせえ。大人には建前が必要なんだよ。
お戻りはどのくらいでしょうか？
Reset.
おっていつの間に？
御前様にはならんようにする。あいつらに心配かけねえよ。頼むわ。
お任せくださいませ。どうぞ楽しい夜を。
She's quite helpful. Okay, seriously, what's the deal with that maid of yours, huh? Prince seemed extra keen on her for some reason, too. So it wasn't just me who noticed, huh? But given her employment background, maybe it's not so weird that word about her gets around. For real? You sure are trusting of this woman you have a shady-ass contract with, too, you know? Today was your first time actually meeting her, wasn't it? Yeah, but we've been in touch back and forth for about 3 years now. Not like I don't know her at all. But never mind that. Let's have our little peek and then head straight back. We don't want the girls worrying about us. You sound like an old dad fretting over his daughter. That old, damn it. Oh yeah, better make sure I go prepared. Huh? What are you doing? Let's hurry up and go in already. What does he mean prepared? Oh. Why is she following us?
おー、盛り上がってるね。
What the hell? Judas. This is gonna get real messy. But it's empty. Oh, lovely. Wait. That's... Yeah, okay. Hell yeah, now this is how you run a club. Let's find some empty seats to get our asses in them already. I'll have a Tharbad night. What about you? I'll take an Alexander. Extra nutmeg. As you wish, sirs. You're nothing if not consistent, aren't you? What can I say? You gotta have it with nutmeg. It's pretty damn good, you know? What was that?
なかなか生かすのを揃えてるじゃねえか。お前さんもそう思わねえか？
Uh-oh. What the hell? What are...
ガラマンのダンさんたらごめんねちょいと寄っては
Oh
るの
boy. Here we go.
でもええねたまにはこういうのも
サルバットは久々だが、なかなか楽しませてくれそうだ。
Man with facial hair.
せいぜい物見湯さんと行くか。
おひねりもたーんと用意しとかんとな。今時の若い子にはどんなのが喜んでもらえるやろね。
ありがとうございました。いやー、素晴らしいダンスでした。続きましては皆さんお待ちかね。
Hey. Hey, pay attention. What's the big...
さあ今宵の真打ちの登場です。この度映画祭を彩るフォクシーパレードに選ばれたサルバッドきっての夜の蝶、サーラ嬢でございます。そちら方面でデビューすればここでの出演は最後かもしれません。お持ち帰りは難攻不落と噂の彼女、これを機会にトライしてみては。それではミュージックスタート。
October 6th, 12:30 a.m. Ah, so you got debts to pay.
はい。
いや。
もともと私たちはカルバードではなく大陸中東のある町で暮らしていました。まだ妹が幼い頃、両親が生活に困って良くない筋から借りたみたいで、両親の死後逃げるようにしてこちらに移り住んできたんです。
I'm guessing your peace and quiet didn't last long, and they were banging on your door soon enough? Chasing you all the way out here, those must have been some bad dudes your parents borrowed from. The fact that you've got this side hustle too, and still haven't paid it off says a lot.
お恥ずかしい話です。
Why? There's nothing to be ashamed of. Not like you've had to go and sell your body or anything. Hell, even if you did, you'd just be doing what you had to in order to survive.
最初の頃はそういう返済方法も迫られはしたんです。それと共和国では親の借金を放棄できる制度があることも聞いていました。ですがどちらの方法も両親との絆を断ってしまうような気がして。
You decided to repay them with the dancing you'd picked up in the family. I get it. The way I see it, as long as those guys get their money back, they really can't complain how you make it. No wonder you were so hesitant on bringing in the guild earlier.
はい、尊敬していますけど放棄を勧められそうでしたので。つまらない意地ですよね。
Not exactly the most elegant way to go about things, to be sure. The way you're talking, I'm guessing you haven't said anything to your sister? Not just about your other job, but the debt itself.
今さら打ち明けるなんてとても。それに今になってようやく関西の希望が出てきたところなんです。今日お誘いをもらったフォクシーパレードの出演料さえ入れば。
So that's what you've got planned, huh? Man, I just do not get it. Why does everybody around me seem to always pick the path of most resistance? Wouldn't it be smarter to take it easy as best you can? Try to coast through life? Speak for yourself. Once someone's set their mind on something, it's pretty damn hard to shake them off it. Anyway, I think things will be okay with Shahina if you tell her. Might get a little mad at you for keeping it a secret, but she's mature enough to know you did it out of love for her. You just focus on the parade for the time being. Let the rest of us worry about that dumb old note. I'd be lying if I said what I saw back there wasn't hot, but more than that, I could tell there was real art you put into it. Oh, and don't worry about paying us any commission. That dance was all the reward fine young men like us could need.
パンさん。はい、私頑張りますから、どうか楽しみにしていてくださいね。
God damn, this guy never misses a beat.
ああ、うん、た、
Yo, what's your Hey, I know you. I've seen you in the tabloids.
見損なったわよ、スプリガン。こんな夜更けに女の子を連れ回して挙句の果てに泣かせるなんて、やっぱりろくなやつじゃなかったわね。
You were watching us this whole time? Don't you have anything better to do? You know they call it beauty sleep for a reason, right? You'll age faster if you keep pulling all-nighters like this.
肌が心配な年まですって。
I didn't say that. Quit putting words in my mouth.
違うんです。
もはや問答は無用。女神に蹴っ飛ばされて煉獄に落ちなさい。
So you're the thief that's been causing all that mayhem in Edith, huh? Wait a sec. Save the chit-chat for later. Here she comes.
絶対に許さない。
ブーストチャンスステータスを表示するわ。
引導を渡してあげるわ。
上げていこうぜ。
そらよ、決めろアーロン。
ブーストが有効だぜ。
観念なさい。
おまけだ。
Oh, that does some damage. Wait.
チャンスだ。
Oh.
ブーストチャンスブースト全開よ。
引導を渡してあげるわ。
こいつは効くぞ。
上げていこうぜ。
呪いぜ。
フィーバータイムだ。
ブーストが有効だぜ。
観念なさい。トワイライトキッス。
こちらの番だ。
フルブースト全開よ。
引導を渡してあげるわ。
呪いぜ。嫌いだ。決めろアーロン。
ブーストが有効だぜ。
観念なさい。
決まってけよ。
引導を渡してあげるわ。
見切った。こちらの番だ。
フルブースト全開よ。
しまいにしようぜ。ダンダライスライダ
負けないわよ。
ブーストゲージ
ワイルド
開
チャンスだ。上げていこうぜ。気張ってけよ。
引導を渡してあげるわ。何のこれ好き。
Damn, she's pretty good. Just calm down already. You got it all wrong.
これが落ち着いてられますか。ちょっと見直した私がバカだったわ。ニナの目を覚ますためにもここで。待ってください。どいてなさい。今私が店長を。
違うんです。バンさんたちは私を送ってくださってるだけなんです。さっきは話を聞いてもらって感極まってしまっただけで。
いいの、無理しなくて。あなたも辛かったでしょ。マジ
Great.
今日のところはこれで勘弁してあげるわ。でもくれぐれも肝に銘じなさい。次に女の子を泣かせたらただじゃおかないから。
God. What was that all about? Beats me. Looked like someone was playing dress up as that infamous Phantom Thief and got a little too into her role. Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yep, sure looked like her. Look, let it go. I'm sure she has her reasons for doing it. Digging into it will just cause us headaches. Unreal.
どう？気に入った？
ああ、期待通りの顔ぶれだ。思いがけぬゲストも楽しみにしてくれているらしい。せいぜい盛り上げてやるとしよう。恐怖を導くための黄金の競争曲でな。
そうだね、ボス。
October 6th, 8:05 a.m. Uh-oh. Now what? Come on, girls. No need to sulk. Your breakfasts are gonna get cold. I mean, get a load of this hummus. This stuff is something else. I'm not mad. I'm glad you two were able to have fun by yourselves last night. Dead eyes. Should have said something. How am I supposed to protect you if you sneak out like that? Look who's in for it now. So much for our trip staying a secret. My sincerest apologies, Mr. Arkwright. It is my fault for not maintaining the facade. It's not your fault. You did your best. Hell of a time to have that Genesis go off, that's for sure. From the sound of it, it lit up right around the time we were catching up with everyone's favorite phantom thief, yeah? Right. Although the timing of it may have just been a coincidence. I was really scared something had happened to you too. Yeah, I get it. I beat it big time. Seeing as Mayor-chan was nowhere to be found, it's not as though the situation was the same as before. Indeed, perhaps that suggests there are multiple response patterns that can trigger it. So, who would have guessed it was her all along? Did you have any idea, Small Fry? Yeah, pretty much. She moves just like in that movie, so... Agnes is the only one who doesn't know. Excuse me, just like what movie? Never mind that. It doesn't matter right now.
バンさん、皆さんもおはようございます。
Oh, hello, Sarah. Good morning. Already out and about this early, huh?
はい、今から打ち合わせでベガスフィルムに行くんです。明日に向けて急ピッチで仕上げる必要があるとかで。
私もマネージャーとしてしっかり話を聞いてくるつもりだよ。ジュディスさんやニナさんとも会えちゃうかな。
Sounds like an ulterior motive to me. I didn't ask you to tag along, you know. They're probably going to yell at you and ask you to leave. I wouldn't be so sure. I think that director's gonna fall head over heels for me too. I can see it now. Shahina, sweetheart, you're a once-in-a-generation find. You've got what it takes to be the next great star. I've got to figure out what I'm gonna say when that happens. I can't go in unprepared. Well, fingers crossed. Good to see you're still full of energy, Shahina. Knowing Goatee, I don't think that's really out of the question. Hey, you'll never know unless you try. Still, I have to imagine this parade's not going to be like your normal dancing. With any luck, this opportunity could open some real doors for you. Big doors, I think. Thanks, Van. I think so too. Wish me luck. Hey, is it just me, or does something feel a little different between the two of you? Wait. Is he the boyfriend you've been seeing at night? He is, isn't he? He not. I'm afraid not. We all just met yesterday, remember? Oh, yeah. Oopsie. Sorry about that. She gets ahead of herself sometimes. Good luck with your work today, everyone. I hope everything goes well for you, and not just when it comes to my request either. You sure it's not him? What? I'm even more suspicious. Extraordinarily sure. Come on, we have to go. Wait. Don't tell me you guys think it's actually true. I already explained to you what we were doing last night. Yeah, I know, but still. That's Mr. Arkride, ever the lady killer. Huh? What did Van kill ladies? You'll get it later on, kid. Shut up. Come on, tell me. And here we go again. Getting back to the topic at hand, we do need to figure out what's going on with these threatening notes. Especially now that Sarah's gotten one too. Ready. Right, this being the day before the festival, this will probably be when things start to pick up. We gotta figure something's bound to turn up as long as we keep sniffing around. Which is exactly what we're going to do. Let's hunt for more 4 SPGs, but keep your eyes peeled. Don't lose sight of why we're really here. Right, of course. Roger. You have my full support, as always, Mr. Arkride. I'm here to investigate the ruins of the underground waterway, but I need an escort capable of taking down the monsters that wander about. When I asked the guild for help, they told me to come back another day because of how busy they are. But I only have a limited amount of time here, so I can't afford to wait. I'll be near the entrance to the underground waterway, so please come. Interesting. Archaeologist wants our help? That's interesting. I got a hunch he's not the only one trying to reach out. Let's check the bulletin board in the entertainment district too. Alright. I need to go get some food. I'm going to make some proper food instead of just get something quick to eat. So I'm going to stop my stream and I will come back once I finish eating.